So obviously, as you can see by the title, I'm talking about 9 to 5 jobs, and I've been seeing a lot of videos talking about how people can't work 9 to 5s or how they're giving up on 9 to 5s and blah 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 and a whole bunch of I can't work 9 to 5s and Gen Z doesn't want to work anymore. This generation nobody wants to work, blah blah blah, whole bunch of stuff, and maybe that's just that's just the majority of people on YouTube saying that, and the people who actually don't mind it aren't really saying anything because, like, I mean, these people, when you're upset, you're more likely to talk about something. And these people obviously, they're upset. They don't rock with 9 to 5s. The people who are fine doing their 9 to 5s probably don't care about talking out and being like, oh yeah, 9 to 5 is fine for me. My 9 to 5 is great. I do my work and I'm still able to go out afterwards and have fun and live my life and see my friends, etc., etc. People who have that work-life balance, they're probably not talking about it. But that's where I come in to tell y'all, like, me personally, my 9 to 5 isn't it's not the end of the world. You feel me? It's not taking or sucking my life away. You feel me? A benefit of my job personally is I get to work from home. I know that's not a lot of people's realities. Some people have to commute 30, 40, 50 an hour to get to work, and then their job is barely covering their bills. You feel me? And that's sad. That's depressing. And I would understand, you saying that if that's your current position. But I'm just coming from my position. I guess it might be a position of privilege because I'm working from home, working from my laptop. I sign in. I don't have to punch into a clock. I say I'm here. I say good morning to the team. I get to work, do what I have to do for the day. And then at the end of the day, I don't clock out or anything. I just, whatever time I leave, I leave. You feel me? I'm done with work. I do what I can throughout the day. And as long as I get my work done, you feel me? No one's breathing down my neck asking me to do things. I know what I have to do. I get in there. I do what I have to do. And that's it for my job. And then I get paid every 2 weeks. You feel me? And so, when your job is like that, I don't think it's that soul sucking. Yes, some days it can be repetitive and a little boring, but at the end of the day, this is something I could honestly see myself. I I could see myself doing it forever because it's really just not that. It's not. It's not like what I've had in the past. I've had worse jobs. I've had more life soul sucking jobs where I had to commute 30, 40 minutes to get there, wait in traffic. And you feel me? So, like, especially if you have a work from home job, like, please understand the privilege that you have. If you don't, I'm sorry for you. You feel me? I hope you can find one and experience what it's like to work from home. Of course, working from home is not for everyone. Some people will go crazy working from home because they're just people. They need to be around people. They need talking. But if you're an introvert, if you like silence, work from home will be the best job you ever have in your entire life. Unless your job is really stressful. Of course, my job has high stress situations where stuff are urgent and stuff are needed immediately, and I have to reach out to people fast and try and resolve things. But other than that, when it's not like that, it's a piece of cake. It's just get my work done, and I'm out of there. By the end of the day, I don't watch a clock. The time just kind of goes by like that because I'm mostly busy most of the time. There's always something to do. You feel me? There's no one really breathing down my back about specific tasks. There might be some stuff that pop up randomly where they want me to look into stuff, but that's pretty much it for my role. If you want to know what I do, I'm not gonna hide what I do. I'm not gonna be like one of those YouTubers who like isn't transparent and just talks about the shit and never tells you what it is. I do IT procurement. I'm a procurement specialist. My real title is IT systems admin, but what I mostly do is procurement, and I handle SaaS applications. If that sounds like gibberish to you, that's because it really is gibberish for real. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. But it's basically just purchasing and managing, different applications like Zoom, etc., etc., etc. And yeah, I could see myself doing this job until I'm 60. And I mean, by the time I'm 60, I better be retiring, to be honest. The way I set up my 401k, I should have a milli, if not 2 milli, sitting there when I retire, if not more than that. So my plan is to, work as long as I can, try to get promoted. If I end up at a new company that's paying me more, oh well, even better. But for me to move to another company, they also have to be doing remote. Um, and yeah, I could see myself, shit, I'll do this till the wheels fall off, personally. So that's how I personally feel about 9 to 5. You just gotta find the 9 to 5 that fits for you. Unfortunately, if you end up in those 9 to 5s where it's backbreaking work, like Amazon warehouse, or you're doing fast food, or you're doing like, you know, what people consider dead end jobs, I get your situation because that leads to nowhere. There's not much growth. It doesn't feel like you're doing much that benefits society, even though you are literally like the backbone of feeding people, or like, you feel me? You're one of the backbones that keep things moving in actual society. Because without food, without, you know, the regular stuff, people wouldn't live for real. My job, people could probably live without it, but I do facilitate people getting their new equipment, people being able to access certain applications that they need for work. So my job is beneficial, but in a different way. um but yeah, that's really all I have to say. I just wanted to be transparent. No, I'm not looking into the camera because I can't do it. I think better when I'm like looking away and moving. I guess I have ADHD or something. But that's really the end of the video, is to tell y'all that 9 to 5s is not the end of the world. Of course, if you end up in the soul sucking 9 to 5s, if you watch any of those videos about the 9 to 5s, most of them they're talking about jobs that for the most part most people don't want to work in anyway. It's like if you're working at Subway or a fast food company or etc etc, most people don't want to work that. If you're working in a high stressful environment, and high stress environment, but your high role, you're maybe doing software engineering, etc etc, I understand you quitting because it probably wasn't your passion, and it's feeling like it's sucking your soul. If it's sucking your soul and it's high stress, then I understand. But at the end of the day, if you're working from home, you're privileged compared to so many other people that would love to be in your position, where you're probably making 6 figures, but you quit for your mental health, which I get. But there's so many people that would be like, fuck my mental health if I'm getting 6 figures. You feel me? Like, I know that's terrible to say, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there who would be like, shit, I'll stay up late nights and do early morning. I clock in 2 hours early and clock out 2 hours later if I get to work from home and work on my computer and not have a manager breathing down my back. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are working, you know, warehouse jobs or fast food jobs or etc etc, who would love to do what y'all doing. Even UPS workers, who they get good pay. FedEx workers get good pay. They get certain stuff. Even nurses, some nurses aren't making as much as they probably should. Like a lot of nurses or people who graduate and come out of nursing, they expect to be making 6 figures. Some of them are not pulling 6 figures, and they have to commute to work every day, deal with patients who are stressful. I'm pretty sure a lot of them would love to work from home. Of course, there's some of them who they do telemedicine. A lot of them would love to work from home, love to work behind a computer, love to have less stress, love to not deal with so many patients, etc etc. So you just gotta understand, there's a lot of people who love to be in your shoes if you're not working one of these jobs. I understand that it's stressful, but like, you feel me? You got, the way I think about it, the 9 to 5 has to be used towards a goal. You feel me? So like, if there's no goal for it, then there's no reason for you to even be there wasting your time. Like, if you're not using it to build something better, if you can't even see that vision, um whether it's your 401k, your retirement, whether it's being your own boss or entrepreneur, if you're using the money to build on something else, if it's not being used for that, then I guess you might as well quit your 9 to 5. You might as well just leave your 9 to 5. But if you have a goal in your mind and you know that is the 9 to 5 is being used to build on something else that's important to you, then you feel me? It'll make it better. You feel me? If you have a goal that you can actually visualize. So that's all I gotta say.